The Tsukushi Plain is the largest plain in the Kyushu region. The Chikugo River flows through the area, which is famous for frequently flooding. There are famous ruins from the Yayoi period in the area between the Chikugo River and the Sephori Mountains in the northern part of the Tsukushi Plain. It is the Yoshinogari site. These ruins, located in Saga Prefecture, have become a historical park that is visited by approximately 600,000 people a year, and the names of these ruins always appear in Japanese history textbooks. But what is so special about Yoshinogari site? Learn more about the Yoshinogari site in this video. Investigation of the Yoshinogari site began in June 1981. At that time, this area was hilly and Saga Prefecture was planning to build an industrial complex here. But as you can see, those plans have been scrapped. Currently, the Yoshinogari Site Historical Park is located in this area. This is because the area has long been famous for uncovering cultural artifacts every time excavation takes place. When excavations were carried out before the construction of the housing complex, ruins were of course unearthed. As the investigation progressed, valuable grave goods and the vastness of the ruins came to light. As a result, plans to create an industrial park were scrapped. The ruins have attracted attention from all over Japan, with scholars and tourists flocking to them. The Yoshinogari site are from the Yayoi period. The Yayoi period can be divided into three periods: early, middle, and late. Let's take a look at the ruins, starting from the early period. In the early Yayoi period, villages were established around Yoshinogari. In this yellow area were settlements where people lived. But this particular community deserves our attention. There was a moat surrounding the settlement called Kangu. This settlement probably played a central role in the development of the village into a country. It is clear that the settlement on the southern side grew larger during the middle Yayoi period. A large kangu was built to protect the village. This means that the defense was clearly tightening up. These red areas were where graves used to be. Here was the tumulus where the leader was buried. There was also a long, narrow row of jar burial, a mass grave. Yoshinogari reached its zenith during the late Yayoi period. It developed into one of the largest moated settlements in the country. Inside there were two inner citadels, which were special spaces. The area has now been restored to its former state as a national park. If you go there, you can have the experience of hearing the voices of the Yayoi people. Earlier, difficult words such as kangu, jar burial, and tumulus were mentioned. I'll tell you what each one is like. First, take a look at the kanji for kangu. The first character kan means circle, and the first character gu means moat. So kangu means a circular moat. Moated settlements is a very similar term. This means a settlement surrounded by a ring-like moat. Let's take a look at the Yoshinogari site from above. You will then see that the settlement is surrounded by a moat like a ring, like this. You can walk inside this kangu at the Yoshinogari site. You can experience the V-shape of this moat and how deep it is. But why was such a moat necessary in the first place? If people had lived normal lives, there would have been no need for these moats. The fact that such a moat was purposefully built shows that the people who lived in this settlement were protecting something from someone. During the Yayoi period, people were able to accumulate wealth. So a battle began to break out over the property. In fact, many artifacts showing signs of battle, such as human bones with only the head missing, have been found at the Yoshinogari site. It is believed that the watchtower was built to spy on enemies. I actually climbed up to the watchtower and looked around. I then found that the view was so good that I could quickly spot the attacking enemy. In this way, moated settlements were built with the possibility of war in mind. Defenses such as abatis and palisades had been erected. The Yoshinogari site are known as the largest moated settlements ruins from the Yayoi period in Japan. Next I will tell you about the jar burial. Various tombs, such as jar burial, pig grave, wooden coffin grave, and box-shaped stone coffin grave, have been found at the Yoshinogari site. Among them, jar burial are particularly numerous. As you can see, the jar burial consists of two similarly sized jars placed together. This method of burying the dead is characteristic of the northern part of the Kyushu region. At the Yoshinogari site, there is an area where over 700 jar burial are lined up in rows. The tumulus found in the northern part of the Yoshinogari site is particularly unique. This area had been a small mountain before the survey was undertaken, so it was thought that there must have been a tower or something there. However, when the actual investigation was carried out, this assessment was overturned. Beneath it was revealed a pile of earth that was clearly made by human hands, and within that was found in jar burial. Furthermore, a mirror, tubular bead, and a sword were found as grave goods in the jar burial. It was then discovered that it was not the remains of a medieval tower, but a tumulus for a person of high status built during the Yayoi period. The tumulus was once backfilled for preservation purposes. However, it has now been excavated again and its appearance at the time is now open to the public. There you can see the original remains in the jars in the condition they were excavated. What did you think of this? The Yoshinogari site is a facility where you can experience the Yayoi period by actually seeing and touching the artifacts. What I've shown you today is just a small part of the ruins. So, next time you visit Saga Prefecture, please stop by there. In the next video, I will tell you about the Yamato kingship and the tumulus. See you in the next video.